Welcome to Express News. I'm Siddharth Bharadwaj and we give you top 100 news of the day. So let's get started. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Wednesday inaugurated Phase 1 of the Navi Mumbai International Airport, built at a cost of nearly rupees 19,650 crore. The Prime Minister also inaugurated the final phase of Mumbai Metro Line 3, linking Acharya Atre Chowk to Cuff Parade, further expanding the city's urban transport network. PM Modi launched the Mumbai One app, offering commuters integrated mobile ticketing and seamless access across multiple public transport systems. Earlier in the day, Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated the India Mobile Congress 2025 in New Delhi. This year's theme is Innovate to Transform and highlights India's commitment to leveraging innovation for digital transformation and societal progress. IMC 2025 is showcasing latest advancements in telecom and emerging technologies and also underscores international collaboration. Addressing the gathering, Prime Minister highlighted that India Mobile Congress and India's success in the telecom sector reflect the strength of the Atmanirbhar Bharat vision. He added that this is the best time to invest, innovate and make in India. Speaking at the event, Union Communications Minister Jyotiraditya Scindia said that India has transformed from technology taker to the digital flag bearer of the world. PM Narendra Modi extended a warm welcome to UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer on his historic first visit to India. PM Starmer is accompanied by the largest ever trade delegation from the UK. British PM began his first official visit to India from Wednesday. During his two-day visit, Starmer, along with PM Modi, will take stock of progress in diverse aspects of the India-UK Comprehensive Strategic Partnership in line with Vision 2035 on Thursday. PM Modi, along with the visiting UK PM Starmer, will also participate in the 6th edition of the Global FinTech Fest in Mumbai on Thursday and deliver keynote addresses on the occasion. India's Minister of Commerce and Industry Piyush Goyal addressed the Global FinTech Fest 2025 on Wednesday in Mumbai. The minister spoke about the strides that India is making under PM Modi's leadership in the field of technology as an enabler for social good and empowerment. Piyush Goyal wrapped up his three-day visit to Qatar on Tuesday. His visit included meeting with Qatar's Prime Minister and Foreign Minister Sheikh Mohammed bin Abdul Rahman Al Thani. He also co-chaired the Joint Commission meeting on economic and commercial cooperation held on October 6. Indian Air Force celebrated its 93rd Air Force Day on Wednesday. Air Force Chief inspected the Guard of Honor and took salute. Air Force Chief Air Chief Marshal A.P. Singh praised how the Air Warriors have created history in every era and their prowess in Operation Sindoor. The celebrations included a grand parade, fly-pasts and demonstrations of India's advanced air capabilities. A parade was also carried out on March past at the Hindon Air Base as part of Air Force Day celebrations. Earlier, Chief of Defence Staff General Anil Chauhan, Air Force Chief Air Chief Marshal A.P. Singh, Army Chief General Upendra Dwivedi and Navy Chief Admiral Dinesh K. Tripathi paid tribute to the soldiers at the National War Memorial on the occasion. India's President Draupadi Murmu extended her warm greetings on Indian Air Force Day. In a post on X, she stressed that our air warriors protect our skies and serve the nation with tireless dedication during disasters and humanitarian missions. Prime Minister Narendra Modi also extended greetings to countrymen on the Indian Air Force Day. In a social media post, he said that the Indian Air Force has played a vital role in safeguarding our skies, including during the most challenging situations. India's Defence Minister Rajnath Singh was welcomed by High Commissioner of India to Australia Gopal Bagle as he arrived in Sydney on Wednesday. Beginning his two-day official visit, the visit aims to further strengthen defence and strategic cooperation between the two nations. A Niti Aayog report on AI for inclusive societal development was released in New Delhi on Wednesday by Jayant Chaudhary, Minister of State for Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. The report provided recommendations for Mission Digital Shram Setu that seeks to empower India's informal workforce with AI skills and tools. Indian equity indices declined on Wednesday, with Nifty down by 62.15 points at 25,046.15. At close, the Sensex was down 153.09 points at 81,773.66. Indian rupee ended flat at 88.79 per dollar on Wednesday. Gold futures maturing on December 5 was priced at 1,23,033 rupees per 10 grams on the multi-commodity exchange. US gold futures surged past the $4,000 per ounce milestone for the first time on Wednesday. Silver futures for December 5 maturity stood at 1,49,005 rupees per kilogram on the MCX. Brent crude oil rose to $66.25 per barrel on Wednesday. Tesla unveiled more affordable versions of its Model Y SUV and Model 3 sedan on Tuesday, priced at $39,990 and $36,990 in a bid to reverse falling sales and regain market share. The World Trade Organization sharply lowered its 2026 forecast for global merchandise trade volume growth to 0.5% on Tuesday. In Geneva, Director General Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala said that the world trading system is showing resilience. The International Monetary Fund has reached a staff-level agreement with Papua New Guinea on the reviews of its ongoing financial arrangements, paving the way for the country to access approximately $220 million in new funding. Hamas on Wednesday handed over lists of hostages and Palestinian prisoners to be exchanged in a swap and said it was optimistic about negotiations to end the war in Gaza. US President Trump's special Middle East envoy Steve Witkoff and son-in-law Jared Kushner are to join talks with an aim to end the conflict in this round of negotiations. Outgoing French Prime Minister Sébastien Lecornu, who is holding last-ditch budget talks, said on Wednesday that fresh elections were looking less likely, with parties showing a desire to approve a budget by the end of the year. Lecornu added he will meet President Emmanuel Macron later on Wednesday to discuss the results of his talks with political parties. German cabinet on Wednesday agreed on a new law empowering police to shoot down unauthorized drones violating national airspace. The new law is awaiting parliamentary approval. Speaking in the European Parliament, EU Commission President Ursula von der Leyen said that the recent drone incidents show Europe is facing hybrid warfare and must go beyond traditional defense in response. Lawmakers at the European Parliament have approved an amendment aimed at strengthening farmers' bargaining power within the food supply chain. The Parliament also supported banning terms such as veggie burger or vegan sausage for plant-based products. 3 people were killed and 1 injured following a Ukrainian missile strike on Russia's Belgorod region on Wednesday. Russian President Vladimir Putin said that Russian forces have captured nearly 5,000 square kilometers of territory in Ukraine this year, asserting that Moscow holds complete strategic initiative on the battlefield. In his nightly address on Tuesday, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky accused Russia of using oil tankers for intelligence gathering. He cited cases of drones being launched directly from these vessels. Scientists Susumu Kitagawa, Richard Robson and Omar Yaghi won the 2025 Nobel Prize in Chemistry for the development of a new type of molecular architecture. Amid the US government shutdown, air traffic control staffing issues are delaying flights for a second straight day at numerous US airports. More than 3,000 flights have been delayed. Canada's Prime Minister Mark Carney made his second visit to the White House in 5 months on Tuesday. US President Trump said he discussed lowering tariffs on key Canadian sectors as part of efforts to ease trade tensions between the two nations. Trump said Carney would be very happy after their trade talks, but offered no immediate concessions on lifting steep US tariffs. 4 people have been discovered dead under the rubble on Wednesday after a 6-story building collapsed in central Madrid, Spain on Tuesday. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un held talks with Laotian President Siso-Ulit in Pyongyang. These two leaders discussed strengthening mutual cooperation between their countries. Ahead of the 80th anniversary of the founding of North Korea's ruling Workers' Party of Korea on Friday, relay runners delivered letters from across the country pledging loyalty to Kim Jong-un. Families of victims of police violence protested against a proposed Brazilian law in Rio de Janeiro that would reward police officers with cash bonuses for killing criminal suspects during operations. Ecuador's President Daniel Noboa emerged unharmed from a gun attack on his motorcade on Tuesday. Noboa was opening a water treatment plant in central Ecuador when his convoy was set on by hundreds of protesters. A small training aircraft crashed in the remote Everglades region of Florida on Tuesday. The 2 occupants escaped without injuries and the cause of the crash is under investigation. And we are heading for a short break on Express News. Stay tuned to DD India.
This week on Defense Dynamics, Pakistan feels the pressure. India's top brass delivers a unified message. From the Air Chief's confidence to Defense Minister's warning and the Army Chief's strong words on terror. India's Air Chief on 5th generation AMCA and new fighter options. And a closer look at the Army's AK-603 air defense upgrade under Mission Sudarshan Chakra. Catch it all this Wednesday at 8 p.m. IST only on DD India.
Welcome back. I'm Siddharth Bharadwaj. You're watching Express News on DD India. Let's resume. A massive landslide hit a private bus in Himachal Pradesh's Bilaspur district on Tuesday evening, sweeping it off the mountain road and trapping several passengers under debris. Officials confirmed that 16 people have died while search operations for missing passengers continue into Wednesday's in Himachal bus landslide tragedy. Prime Minister Narendra Modi also expressed deep grief and announced an ex gratia of ₹2 lakh each over the loss of lives in a landslide in Himachal Pradesh's Bilaspur. In Jammu and Kashmir, Vaishno Devi Yatra has resumed after being suspended for 3 days due to heavy rain and landslide risk in the Trikuta hills of Jammu. Heavy rain slashes northwest India since October 5 under the impact of a western disturbance. IMD has predicted that showers are likely to persist in some areas till Wednesday. The IMD has predicted that southwest monsoon is expected to return to parts of Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh and Maharashtra in the next 3 to 4 days. Tropical storm Priscilla lashed Mexico's Pacific coast, flooding streets and hotels in Puerto Vallarta as huge waves battered the shoreline. Strong winds and heavy rains have caused severe flooding in various parts of Romania. The National Weather Agency has also issued red alerts across cities. Typhoon Halong is approaching the Japan's Izu chain of islands. The Japan Meteorological Agency warns that the storm could sweep across the Izu Islands before skirting the southern shores of Honshu by Thursday. An earthquake of magnitude 6.6 struck near Papua New Guinea's second largest city, Lae. According to the US Geological Survey, the epicenter of earthquake was 26 km from Lae. In southern Vietnam's Ca Mau, a new biotech-based zero-discharge shrimp farming model is transforming aquaculture. The Hanoi Concert Autumn Symphony 2025 is back, captivating audiences with creative arrangements by the Vietnam National Symphony Orchestra. The Hanoi concert celebrates the poetic charm of Hanoi in autumn and offering a fresh perspective to Vietnam's music scene. Australia's historic Lake Percolili motor racing track was revived with nearly 200 vintage cars and motorcycles racing on its original clay pan surface. In Thailand, thousands gathered along Mekong River to witness the Naga fireballs, marking the end of Buddhist Lent. The event draws strong faith and boosts local tourism. In Vietnam's remote province Tuyn Quang, children face challenges accessing books due to distance and poverty. The Libraries of Joy campaign by Vietnam Television is creating vibrant libraries to bring learning to these areas. A 30-year-old lantern shop in Guangzhou, China was a hit during the Mid-Autumn Festival with its traditional and animal-themed lanterns loved for their craftsmanship. In Southeast Guinea's Simandou, a mining project aims to provide a stream of much-needed revenue for the country. In a few weeks, the first shipments of iron ore will be exported from Simandou. Berlin Zoo is celebrating the arrival of a charming baby hippo. The little hippo has been seen cuddling his mother and taking his first steps, delighting visitors and staff. Albania's newly designated UNESCO Biosphere Reserve, the Vjosa River, faces pollution and water diversion concerns. Locals and activists worry that unchecked development could harm nature and communities relying on the river. In Riyadh International Book Fair, families are seizing the opportunity to inspire a new generation of readers. Parents and caretakers see the annual event as a tool in steering their children away from mobile phones and tablets. The Riyadh International Book Fair brought more than 2,000 publishing houses from over 25 countries taking part in the two-week-long event. During National Day Mid-Autumn Festival, China's Chongqing is attracting many international visitors to enjoy its beautiful scenery and famous hot pot at festive events like Daduko Hot Pot Festival. The 21st International Education Show opened on Wednesday at Expo Center, Sharjah in UAE, featuring over 100 universities from 16 countries. Supported by the Government of India's Ministry of Education and the UAE's Ministry of Higher Education, the event offers students and parents 4 days of academic interaction and networking. Chanel debuted its first collection during Paris Fashion Week. The show featured dropped waists, feathers and glowing planets. The 2025 Guadalajara Film Festival in Los Angeles will open on November 6 with Mexican filmmaker Guillermo del Toro's horror drama Frankenstein, starring Oscar Isaac and Jacob Elordi. A new Hollywood show, A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, a prequel to Game of Thrones, is set to premiere in January 2026. A new trailer for the Hollywood series The Witcher Season 4 has been released, featuring Liam Hemsworth and as in fact Geralt of Rivia. The season is set to premiere on October 30th. Oscar-winning actress Catherine Zeta-Jones will star in the upcoming Hollywood thriller series Kill Jackie, based on the novel The Prince You Pay by Nick Harkaway. She plays Jackie Price, a former drug smuggler turned art dealer seeking revenge. Grammy-winning guitarist Tom Morello has announced a 3-city India tour with shows in Gurugram, Mumbai and Bengaluru from December 17 to 21. The third season of the hit anime One Punch Man will premiere on October 12 and stream on OTT platforms. The season follows the Monster Association arc, where S-class heroes battle monsters to rescue a hostage. The film Santosh, starring Sahana Goswami and Screen at Cannes, will release on an OTT platform on October 17. Bollywood actors Janhvi Kapoor and Varun Dhawan starrer Sunny Sanskari ki Tulsi Kumari crossed rupees 38.97 crore at the box office by Tuesday. The team of Telugu film The Raja Saab, starring actor Prabhas and directed by Maruthi, began shooting 2 songs in Greece. People Media Factory announced on social media on Wednesday with a photo of Prabhas's colourful shoes. India's Anmol Kar produced a gritty show to edge out Lin Xiang T in a 3-game marathon at the Arctic Open badminton tournament in Finland. On the other hand, Tanya Harmanth notched up a win over Huang Ping to set up a second-round clash with Ratchanok in Chinon. In mixed doubles, Dhruv Kapila and Tanisha Crasto outplayed France's Lucas Renoir and Camille to enter the second round. The International Cricket Council has announced the list of nominees for the Player of the Month award for 2025 September. In the men's category, Abhishek Sharma and Kuldeep Yadav have been nominated from India. In women's category, India's Smriti Mandhana and South Africa's Tasmin Brits have been nominated. South Africa captain Temba Bavuma expects India to dish out turning tracks for the 2-test series starting next month. Australia captain Pat Cummins has not resumed bowling after suffering a back injury and could miss the opening Ashes tests against England in November. India under-19 completed the clean sweep of 2-test series against Australia with a 7-wicket win in the second and final youth test in Mackay. Former Australian batter and the oldest living Test cricketer Neil Harvey turned 97 on Wednesday. He played 79 tests between 1948 and 1963. Olympians Anandjit Singh Naruka and Raiza Dhillon will headline India's 12-member shooting squad at the World Shotgun Championship in Greece. 24-time Grand Slam champion Novak Djokovic advanced into the quarterfinals of the Shanghai Masters after defeating Munar 6-3, 5-7, 6-2. Denmark's Holger Rune called for introduction of a heat rule after a string of retirements due to injury or illness as temperatures soared at the Shanghai Masters. Former Spain and Barcelona defender Jordi Alba will retire from football at the end of the Major League Soccer season. The Cape Verde Islands are 1 win away from a World Cup berth. They will become the second smallest country after Iceland to qualify if they win one of their last 2 qualifiers. Well, that's it in this edition of Express News. News and updates will continue on DD India. You stay tuned.